Mm-mm. Don't look now. Don't look now, but it's the
I
last
looked.
podcast of 2022.
Ah, crap.
Frankie C looked. He's in the house. Sean Hannity is the biggest fraud on television.
There's a
This
shock.
guy was finally exposed, dead to rights. No way of wiggling out of this. I can't believe anybody would watch this guy. I'm going to share what happened.
See, now that you're overplaying it, I feel like it's not that big a deal.
No, it's a big deal, and you know I
Okay.
hate this stuff.
Well, he's
Speaking
always
of
been a dick. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, speaking of weirdos, James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, you got to see what this guy is doing to people who go to his venues because he owns Madison Square Garden, he owns Radio City Music Hall,
What he's
and
doing to them?
yeah, he's like banning people with facial recognition software. Like weirdo.
Okay.
Emily Ratajkowski is stepping out on Pete Davidson. She was caught making out with some other dude. Tell you who that is.
Good for
Sam
her.
Bankman-Fried's ridiculous house arrest. Elon to step down as Twitter CEO, as CEO of Twitter.
Wow.
I have found Frank's real soulmate. Spoiler alert: it's not his wife, but it might
Well,
also
then I
be his
beg to
wife's.
differ.
It might also be his wife's soulmate. Don't step over my jokes.
No.
New Year's Eve is going to be different at Times Square this year. The bizarre New York Times crossword puzzle, movie character ages. That's pretty depressing. Cats the movie. Frank has been offered a role in the table read, and so much more. That, my friends, is a podcast. Let's go. Sean Hannity is a huge fraud, Frank. I mean,
Yeah.
a
I've been saying this for
huge.
years. Why are you only catching up now?
Well, because here's the thing, okay? All right, let's give a background to Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, all these places. They're entertainment. They've gone on record as being an entertainment. They pose themselves as news outlets, which Fox News, CNN, they are news outlets, but their primetime shows, their 8 to 11 o'clock shows, are entertainment talk shows disguised as news programs. That's basically what they've been. When they have been sued in the past, they have claimed themselves as entertainers to get out of being caught in lies as real news programs. So we
Mm.
already know that. Let's say, although that's a big crock, let's establish that as that's what it is. This is the world we live in. It's not ideal, but that is what it is. Let's all pretend that we're accepting that for the moment.
Okay.
That being said, Hannity for the last 2 years, 2 years, has stood by the former president talking about how much fraud there was, elections stolen, all this jazz, this and that. Fine. Okay. All is well and good. What happens? Fast forward to now. Old Dominion, who was the software,
Old Dominion is a country
oh,
group.
sorry. What it no, isn't it? What is it? Dominion voting? What did I say? Old Dominion? Is that a whiskey or a
I think it's
shipping
just
company?
Dominion. I think it's just Dominion.
Okay. Well, whatever. The shipping company and the and the voting company, they sue Fox News. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now all the Fox people have to sit for a deposition. Can't lie in a deposition. You get in a
No, you
lot of
can't.
trouble for that. Lie on television, can't lie in a deposition. Sean Hannity sits there in a deposition regarding Dominion's defamation lawsuit against Fox News. He's asked about the election fraud and if it was stolen. And his response is, I did not believe it for 1 second.
Yeah.
And
He's a
he has
giant
spent the
bullshit
last
artist.
2 years on television saying the exact opposite thing. Now,
Yeah. No shit.
let's drill down on this because
I don't
this
even
is,
think Trump doesn't even believe it. He
well,
just doesn't want to accept that he lost.
but here's my thing, and this annoys me even more so than the president. You cannot hold, cultivate, maintain an audience by being full of shit. It just can't happen. Now, listen,
Apparently, you can.
you can get away with it for a while. You know, you can say outlandish things. You could be right wing conservative crazy person. You could be left wing liberal crazy person. And all these people, they all have their places in in society. I get that. But you can't sit there and expect people to put their faith in you to be entertained by you when you're fucking lying to their face. It is not how you maintain an audience.
Well, it's already been established that they lie constantly. And look at Tucker Carlson, for example. He literally said, without being under oath or anything, he just said it on a talk show, I will lie just to win an argument.
Understood.
I mean, what kind of reporter is that?
Is it weird to say this? Can I double down? I'm okay with them lying. I'm okay with lying.
No, I'm
It's
not.
being-
If they know it's false, and they come out there and go, "No, this is what happened." But if they're ignorant to it, if they don't know it's false, if they're operating under the assumption that what they're saying is true, that's different. But if they're knowingly going out there and going, "Nope, fraud," and they know full well that it's not, that's some fucked up shit.
I disagree. I think I don't mind them. I don't mind them lying to keep people on their side of the aisle. That's their job, as far as I'm concerned. I get mad when they are deceitful to their audience.
Well, that's what they're doing. That's the same thing. Deceitful to their audience and lying to their base is the same thing.
Look at Jay. You are like
Jay Sabs.
What's that new show with the MILFs that everybody's talking about? Jay Sabs is wearing. She's wearing a cougar Santa hat. No, not
nice.
cougar. What is that? Leopard print?
Leopard
print. Yeah, that's it. Where the hell do you find a leopard print Santa hat?
Listen, I'm the only one who actually gives a fuck about this podcast. Obviously, since I show up for the Christmas episode in a Santa hat with my
I have my holiday shirt on.
And with my holiday nails, okay? And what do? You just sit there with your plain gray sweater.
This is green. This is green for the holidays.
I'm gonna fucking kill my kids today. I'm gonna kill my kids today.
That is the grayest sweater I've ever seen, by the way.
This is a green sweater.
That not even close.
False. I got bad lighting. That's green.
And who's this? Michael Campanella.
More gray than green.
It's very Peggy Bundy.
Peggy Bundy would have worn that. Yeah. No, Peggy Bundy would have worn that. That's a good call.
I hate this.
Yeah.
She always wore leopard stuff.
She did.
She did. That's why I love her.
She was great. She is great. But I got my Christmas thing on.
What does yours say? Happy holidays what?
It's my radio station below.
It's a radio station?
It's the radio station I work for, the logo below it.
Don't flash that now.
That's why I didn't.
Not in this particular segment.
I'm just saying happy holidays. That's all. Happy holidays.
All right, anyway, listen, getting back to it. I'm okay with people lying. I'm okay with lying to the public to sway them to their own thing. When you go on TV and you
How are you okay with that?
Well, because that's the way the world is. When you go on television and you tell your fucking audience A, and in your mind you're really thinking B, you don't deserve an audience.
That's the same thing.
You don't fucking deserve it.
You just said that you said you're okay with the same thing. What?
Go ahead, Ginny.
You guys were shitting on Fox News before it came in. Frank, that's really strange for you. Okay?
I didn't bring this up. He brought it up. First of all,
I'll just say this.
Second of all, you missed why. Sean Hannity, I'll recap it for you real quick. Sean Hannity for the last 2 years was saying the election was stolen, it's all rigged, it's fraud, whatever. And then he just went under deposition and had to say under oath, they asked him point blank, do you believe that the election was stolen? And he said, not for a second. I didn't believe it was stolen for a second. So how could you be okay with that?
Because here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Although these like news channels are supposed to be news, they're really not.
That's what I said at the beginning.
It's people like it's making characters up.
Then they shouldn't call. Number one, they should have either a separate channel or they shouldn't refer to themselves as Fox News. They constantly tell.
What about MSNBC and CNN?
Same thing.
Because
they shouldn't be under the banner of news. It should be a different channel or not. You shouldn't be allowed to use the word news. This like CNN News or MSNBC. They shouldn't be able. They shouldn't have to say, or they shouldn't say news. They should just say, a talk show.
I like to call it CNN Nudes. Am I right, Jeffrey Tubin?
There you go.
Remember that guy?
But
but you just Anthony, the things you said were just contradicting themselves.
No, they weren't.
Whoa.
You said-
Brilliant and well
You
said.
You said you're okay with them lying to their audience, but you're not okay with them saying something deceitful to keep their base. That's the exact same thing.
No, because here's the difference. If you see a story, there's three sides to every story, right? A side, B side, and then the truth. If you want to sit on one side and sway things, they sit out there and they go, well, it wasn't an insurrection, it was a riot, and it was this. Okay, fine. I don't agree with it, but fine. If that's the way, if you're spinning it to your audience, that is fine. There's a difference between spin and just flat out lying when you feel truly the other way. And here's the difference too, Frank. I'm not talking about reporting. I'm not talking about facts. I'm talking about, feelings. I'm talking about feelings with an audience.
A euphemism. If you're talking about making something sound
No. I'm talking about, like, if you report on what happened at the Capitol today or what happened, in the stock market today, those are facts. That's reporting. I'm saying if we're sitting here, like if I was talking to the audience and I was, okay, for instance, if Janine was sitting here going, I want to bang 7-year-olds, and then in her real life, she was going after 20-year-olds, that is bullshit. And you can't hold an audience that way. That's essentially what Hannity was doing. And that is wrong.
Why is this a revelation to you? They've been doing this forever. Every time they open their mouth, they're saying bullshit that they don't agree with, or they know is bullshit, and they just are saying it for the entertainment.
That may be true, but what's different about this is Tucker Carlson saying I'll lie to win an argument. That's no surprise. Okay, everybody will say that shit. When you are on the record saying the exact opposite thing that you've been saying for 2 years, you're an asshole, and I don't understand how anybody could watch you or listen to you any longer. You have zero credibility with an audience. Zero.
I agree.
None.
Anthony, it's like when you tell us, Janine, act like you're conservative, and Frank, act like you're a liberal pussy. It's the same thing. It is the same thing. Okay?
Same thing. Basically the same
Look at Frank's face.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
confused.
right. I agree with that.
Nothing.
Thanks to Jumpstart Coffee for sponsoring this episode. If not, we wouldn't be able to get Janine her fancy. You know what the budget is for Santa hats on this show? It's out of control. You think that was Janine?
We couldn't get 3 hats. We could only get one really good one.
Yeah, that's why Frank and I don't have a hat. It's fucking $189 Chanel Santa hat.
Right.
Is that
with its own perfume?
Dark roast blend. That's what Frankie's got. I'm back on the medium roast, iced. I did a little ice brew. Join that.
Very nice. Very
lovely.
Good stuff.
Order it up now. Get it in time to enjoy before the end of the year. A lot of people take off that Christmas and New Year time. We are. Get some Jumpstart coffee. Get yourself highly caffeinated. I like to put in a little buka in mine, Frank, especially when my parents are visiting from Florida. I find more alcohol, the better.
Good stuff. I like a little, what's that chocolatey alcoholic thing?
Oh, like a Bailey's?
Bailey's, yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Booze it up this holidays.
Yeah.
Jumpstart Coffee gives 50% of their profits to the Navy SEAL Foundation. Support them by ordering with the link in the description. Save 15% yourself with the code AOA15. And thanks for all your support for Jumpstart this year.
Oh, we have to hold on.
Holding.
Okay, no, go ahead.
James Dolan owns the Knicks, the Rangers, Madison Square Garden, Radio City Music Hall, the Beacon Theater, MSG Networks, the whole lot of it. Guy's a billionaire.
Right.
He's using facial recognition software to ban people that he doesn't like from his venues.
So he's banning people from.
I like it.
What is he recognizing? Like, he recognizes people's faces and then bans them under what context? Like, why?
A Long Island attorney said he was kicked out of a Knicks game after being flagged by facial recognition technology at Madison Square Garden. The same system the company used to boot another lawyer from a Rockettes show. A lawsuit says MSG Entertainment headed to the game, Celtics, blah, blah, blah. Gentleman in a suit stopped me and said, "Are you Alex Mahano? The manager wants to speak with you." I suddenly noticed they had blocked off the exit. The workers who were decked out in a body cam informed me of the conversation was being recorded. Then they began to grill him. Let me see here. He recently filed a lawsuit on behalf of so Mahano recently filed a lawsuit on behalf of a fan who fell from a skybox during a Billy Joel concert.
Nobody should go to a Billy Joel concert, but okay.
Oh, you're nuts.
Come on, Billy Joel's good.
Ugh.
Yeah, so there's multiple people saying that they were just kind of like spotted in the crowd
But okay, I don't
randomly
understand.
and then asked to leave.
For what purpose, though? All right, you spot some. Like, why are they being banned? Like, they had to have done something wrong or something, right? They had to have violated some rule.
Yeah, well, no, this guy is because he's suing Madison Square Garden, so it's like you're out. Don't forget, this is the guy. Remember the fan who yelled at him, and he was as he was walking by, and he was like, you're out of here," and he booted some fucking blue collar guy because he yelled at what a shitty owner James Dolan is, and he had the guy fucking kicked out.
Man,
And now he's using facial
That does
recognition
suck.
software. That's yeah.
is that? I'm sure that's. I mean, I can't imagine what the legality of that is. I'm sure.
Well, it's a private venue, so they can ask you to leave at any
Exactly.
time.
Exactly. I mean, in facial recognition, I mean, they could just as well, it's just a faster way of looking at the cameras and saying, "Oh, there's the guy." I mean,
One of
It's
the
just
lawyers,
makes it
one of the
more efficient.
lawyers who got booted, went to go see Jerry Seinfeld at the Beacon and had to wear a mask,
that's
like
hilarious.
a disguise to get by.
I
You
wonder
know
if
what?
you just put a COVID mask on, you should be fine.
You know what this would be good for?
What?
For like if you visit foreign countries and someone tries to hit on your girlfriend and you put your balls in their cup, then you could be banned.
That was justified, though, I think.
Nobody's crazy enough to actually do that, though, right?
Right.
Emily Ratajkowski is stepping out on Pete Davidson.
Good for her.
Everybody
Get rid of this
assumed
guy.
that they were like coupley couple, but she was seen on the streets of New York City making out with artist Jack Greer.
Well, were they official? I don't know if they were, Pete and her were official. mean,
I don't know if they
nothing-
ever actually confirmed it. They did hang out, but
Yeah, they hung out, but they're allowed to hang out.
According to a recent appearance, she has a podcast. She said she joined a dating app.
She joined a dating app. She can't find. Okay. Good for her. You know what? I guess you don't know who you're gonna,
You know what's weird about that? It's got what was the celebrity dating app? Remember? It's got to be that
Yeah.
one, right? Because how
Yeah.
could you just? You think she's on Match.com
I don't think
as
she's on a random
fucking
thing.
Emily R or something? Like, how do you
I
fucking?
don't know.
See, my thing was, you're her. Why can't someone fix you up? Or like I'm all for dating apps. I met my wife on eHarmony.
Stop it. It was that straight hooking up one. That's it.
Was it, what, Tinder?
It was big dick energy.
Oh, that was probably it.
That was a good one.
Yeah. No, but I feel like someone like her, she's famous. She's got people that handle her affairs and stuff. Why can't, hey, do you know anybody? She probably knows thousands of people. It's got to be.
Because you know what it is? Probably guys just probably want to bang her, and that's it. Just like every other
True.
guy out there.
Yeah.
Is this
Well,
a
good luck to
sexist
her.
thing to say? Like, I wouldn't
Yes.
make out with that woman knowing that she just recently went on a date with Pete Davidson.
That's
Why
not
is that?
sexist.
I'm going to need at least 2 to 3 years of distance between the time that his lips touched hers and my lips touched hers.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big skeeve thing for me,
I'll give you that.
right? I mean,
This guy's been around the block a few times.
that ever happened to you where like you started dating somebody or whatever, and then you found out somebody that they just made out with, and it was kind of gross and skeevy?
So
Yeah.
that's happened to you?
No, it hasn't happened to me, but it was an arc on an Entourage episode.
Entourage. You should never take any life lessons from Entourage.
Had to happen to somebody if it was on Entourage.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Sam Bankman-Fried is under house arrest back here in the United States. He's at his mommy and daddy's house, which just so happens to be a $4 million house.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah. I'm annoyed with this, and I'll tell you why. There's got to be something in the United States code of law that says if we're gonna put you under house arrest,
It has to be a shitty house.
has to be a shitty house. Thank you.
You
It
can't
has
be
to
in
be a
your
shitty house.
gigantic mansion with all anything you want in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. A $4 million house arrest is bullshit.
That is
Like,
bullshit.
you got to go to the other side of the train tracks and stay at like cousin Victor's house or something. You know, your weird cousin. Everybody should find out who the weird cousin is in the family. Be like, you're stuck with cousin Jimmy. That's where you got to go.
There should be like safe houses set up by the court. You got to sit in this house for your whole thing. It's
Right.
not jail, but it's an apartment. You know, it's a studio apartment.
Right. And it only has PBS. And you can only stream PBS. You can only watch PBS. There's one channel for every. It's just fucking PBS.
Send me to prison.
So if Julia Child ain't on, you're fucked.
Send me. Oh, or Bob Ross.
Oh, like a Bob Ross thing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll do that. That's fine.
How many times have you come across that Bob Ross like figure at Target and you're like, I don't know, should I buy this? I kind of feel like I should buy this.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that?
He's the man.
Are you okay? You putting a cold compress on your head? What's happening here?
What's
I got my eyebrows waxed and I had a bad reaction to it.
Again?
Yeah,
Didn't this happen last year?
Didn't you get him tattooed?
I do, but you still have to maintain them because the hair still grows.
No. I got to tell you, you can't see anything. You look like $1 million, J Subs.
If I show you close up, there's like a big lump on my eyelid.
Well, if you didn't say anything,
Sure.
nobody would have noticed.
Great, now now everybody's looking
Now
at
we're
it.
all looking.
Great.
Zoom in.
Elon Musk to step down as Twitter CEO if he says, and I quote,
Oh
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
find somebody foolish enough to take the job.
Yeah. I'm sure there are plenty of people who want the job.
I wish, Paul. Right.
Yeah. He put a poll out on Twitter asking him if he should step down, and everybody voted yes.
Yeah, of course they did. And he said, "I will abide by the thing." And then, like a day later or 2 days later, someone pointed out, "Oh, how could you, trust these polls because
Right.
of all the bots?" And he goes, "Oh, that's interesting." So it looked like he was going to back out of the whole thing. But if he's looking for a successor, then he's looking. I don't know.
Yeah, he
How
said he
long
was
that's
just
gonna
gonna
take.
run software and the server teams. I don't think I've ever heard a nerdier thing. Like, I'm gonna step down from boss so I could run the server teams. Holy shit, you're
Sounds
a
like
nerd.
something a roommate would do.
So
Yeah.
he's gonna answer to someone. He's gonna answer to Elon Musk. Is gonna answer to whoever's running Twitter.
Look,
I
this is a
doubt
new
it.
this is a new toy for him. I think he's gonna grow tired of this and do
Yeah, he's
something
gonna
else.
sell it soon. How long does he have to keep it?
Yeah, no, he doesn't. I don't know if anybody will buy. I don't think he's gonna be able to sell it. I think he'll just give it to somebody else to run for a little while. Everybody was shitting over the new Twitter files leak that the government was paying Twitter to censor people. Kind of a gray area. I just want to touch on this very quickly. The FBI, because the FBI was talking to Twitter, they had to discuss things with their lawyers, and the FBI gave money to Twitter to reimburse them for their legal fees. Big gray area there. You interpret it how you will. I don't really give a shit, to be honest with you.
Really caring.
I think we found Frank's soulmate.
All right. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I found my soulmate. I married my soulmate.
Oh God, Frank, she's not listening.
I think you did, but you didn't.
Okay.
There is a
Who is this?
28-year-old Facebook employee,
Too young.
Austin Wells. I think you would be lovely with an Austin. He has put a whatchamacallit, an offer down to sail on a cruise ship. He signed a 12-year lease to live in a 237 square foot studio on a cruise ship.
Okay.
That's like your soulmate. Like, that's exactly what you would do.
Aaron would do that. I would do that. We would both do that.
I'm not
Really?
talking about Aaron right now. I'm talking about you.
I don't.
You and Austin. Finally
not
living
into
the
it.
life you were meant to live.
I'm not into a 28-year-old guy named Austin. I don't know
could
what
be.
planet you think I'm on.
All right, you don't have to get all homophobic on us.
It's
We were
not
just making
homophobic.
Jokes.
It's just that I'm married and happily in love.
Oh God, he definitely thinks she's listening now.
Yeah, he's trying
She
to.
is.
What,
She's in the chat. But it's
did
true.
you fuck up? What did you fuck up? You buttering up to her big
No,
time.
you're trying to hook me up with some 28-year-old dude.
I just found somebody with the same. He also loves Star Wars.
Oh, then it's over. Sorry, hon.
And
Guess how much?
Metallica.
Guess how much he paid?
How much?
How? Wait, give me the
How
parameters
much?
again.
How much did he pay, Johnny?
Give me
$300,000.
Or just tell me the whole price.
Yeah, I'm just
without-
gonna tell you.
You're an ass.
That's cheap for 12 years of living.
And everything's included.
Yeah, he's on a cruise ship.
Everybody's Team Aaron in the chat. You got Robin, Team Aaron. I'm Team Aaron as well.
You better watch yourself
this is
because
crazy.
he already has this and you don't. So you've never been at a bigger risk to lose your wife.
Why are you trying to hook me up with someone when I'm?
No, I'm
very
saying
happy
I
with-
was doing it that way, but now I put it into your wife's head that there's a guy who's literally going to live on a cruise ship for 12 years. Would she rather have that or?
We always look at just for fun.
Because I'm
We're
thinking
very-
about leaving you for Austin at this point.
That's
if
fine.
We're going to be totally
he
honest.
sounds like a fun dude. But for fun, Aaron and I, we like cruises. We always look at the different cruises. But there are ones that are like year-long cruises that go all around the world for the longest time. You can just go on them. I'm sure it's for like people who are retired and whatever.
Oh yeah.
But there's people that live on cruise boats, and that's something, we've always joked about. And it's like it'd be a cool thing to do, but you got to be, millions and millions of dollars, I'm sure.
Painting services by Steve taking Frank to the woodshed here. Anthony professional as always. That's a little insulting. Frank cringe as always. Jay
I need
sounds
an
looking
explanation.
good as always.
Oh, now I like. Who is this?
Painting services by Steve. Why am I cringe? Because your Fox News is a bunch of bullshit. Is that
Oh
why?
God.
What else could I say that was cringe? Tell me. You could lay it out for me. Painting services by
Oh.
Steve.
Not now.
Frank's
Aaron.
getting
Paul-
some big
Paul
balls
says-
here tonight, huh?
Paul says Aaron is the GOAT. I agree.
Well, she's texting me for the guy's number. Trying to tell her not now.
Well, that's all right. If as long as I can get some time on that cruise ship, I'm good.
I'll feel better because I always told your wife one day I'll help you find, a real man, and I think I did that. Now I did my part. It's up to her from here.
Whatever makes her happy. If that makes her happy, then I want her to.
Would you rather your wife live with Austin on the cruise ship for 12 years
No,
or stay with you?
with me,
But she'd be happier on the cruise ship for 12 years, right?
I would say, listen, you got to follow your heart, but I know her heart's with me. So
I'd do the same thing. I'd be like, follow
Mic
your heart.
dropped.
But if following your heart doesn't lead to me, I'll fucking hate you forever. That's exactly what
that's
I would
pretty
say.
much the deal.
Merry Christmas, Bill. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas, savings and loan. Sorry, I had a.
I was I was at the post office today
Oh God.
just because
Why?
I wanted to see what it felt like to be a 90-year-old. And the woman, I happened to say my name. I said, she's like, what's your name? I said, Anthony. She goes, oh, is it safe to say Merry Christmas to you? I go, I think it's safe to say Merry Christmas to anybody. Like, I'm sure a
It
Jewish
is.
guy's not going to melt if you say
He's
Merry
not going to go,
Christmas.
how dare you?
Yeah.
He's going to go, thank you. Merry,
Yeah.
he'll say it back to you.
I thought that was
Happy
sweet. It
holidays,
was
whatever.
kind of sweet and racist all at the same time.
Jeez.
I
What the hell were you doing at the post office?
had to
Mailing
send,
fruitcakes or something?
yeah, it was mailing fruitcakes out.
All right.
I was sending Austin pictures of your wife just to see if
you
you'd want
take
to
it.
invite me on board too.
Hey, listen, if Austin invites us all for a big party on his boat, what the hell?
What if Austin? What's that movie where the guy offers money to sleep with the indecent? What if Austin indecent proposals you?
I'm going to say no, but I'm not in control. I don't control my wife, so whatever she wants to do, which I know she'll say, she'll stay
You
with
are
me.
walking a careful line. What did you burn
No,
dinner?
I burned dinner.
Yeah, he did something.
He
was
did
like,
something. Did you wait too long to order her Christmas gift and now
Yeah,
it's not going to
probably.
be
'cause
here on
you know
time?
what? It's sickening what he's being like right now.
Sickening.
Yeah.
Fine,
you're being
go
fortunate.
with Austin. What do I care?
You're being
Yeah.
fortunate.
What?
My
Okay,
wife is the goat. I love her. She's the best. I love her. She's the best. Great. No, I don't think Italians ever said all those words collectively in 20-something years. Thank you.
He
That's why
said
you're
them
always
to a
shitting on
video
each other.
game, not to you. That's the difference.
With a headset on.
Right.
Stand in front of that Xbox, J-Sabs, if you want some of them compliments.
Right.
Here's what I thought. Here, I just had this thought about indecent proposal. Is that
Yeah.
the thing?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. For like a married man, it is an uncomfortable movie
Why?
because of what happens in the movie.
Yeah, of course. That's the whole point. Yeah.
But for a cuckold, do you think they watch that and they go, "Big deal"? I got $1
I would
million bucks.
imagine so. People that are into that, we would do it for free. That would probably say.
Yeah.
Throw in $1 million bucks, great.
Some guys watching that going, "I do that for it because it's a Tuesday." Yeah, you know.
Yeah, nowadays I think maybe it wasn't as prevalent back in that time.
Yeah, big deal.
Who was it? It was Woody. Was it Woody Harrelson?
It was Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore. She was hot
Demi
in that
Moore.
movie.
And Khan. What's his name?
Was it James Caan?
James
No.
Caan.
The guy?
Oh, was it?
No. Wasn't it like Richard Gere? No, that was
I think it was James Caan.
who was in Indecent Proposal?
Help us out in the chat. I think it was James Caan. Right? Yeah,
Ed Harris? No.
No.
It's basically the same person, right?
Which one was Richard Gere in
One's
with
dead,
Julia
though.
Roberts? What the fuck was it?
Robert
Woman. That's what I was
Redford.
thinking. Robert Redford. That's it.
All right.
He's got this prick thing about him where it's like if you don't want any guy sleeping with your wife, but especially that fucking
This
guy. That was
cocky
really
son of a
disgusting.
bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's very, very. I could do
Stick
whatever I
on my
want.
wife.
Take
Yeah.
it or leave it. It's like fuck you.
Yeah. Like you hate him, but you would like if you were friends with him, you'd
Thank
be
you.
like, this guy is a good guy.
This
kind
guy's
of.
cool.
Aaron, Robert, and Jen. Thank you for the Robert Redford throwing that in there. Yeah, it's
Actually, you know
that's
who it was? It wasn't Robert Redford. It was Mitch Kumstein.
That's
It
right.
was
It
Mitch
was Mitch
Kumstein.
Kumstein.
You guys like are come on.
he's an underrated actor.
He is.
Love me some Mitch Kumstein.
Me too. Whenever I see that name, I fucking just die laughing.
I think
You
of
don't even
Frank's
know what
brother
that's-
immediately.
Yeah, of course. Do you guys even know what that's from? You know, it's a movie reference.
It's from your brother saying it all the time in
Yeah.
my world.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it from? This hat's
Do
hurting.
you want me to
my head.
ruin it for you, or you want to keep the mystery?
Keep the mystery, Frank.
All right.
Do you think you could even get that movie greenlit today? Because people would be like, "There's too many cuckolds in the world. Like nobody's gonna find this jarring, like they did
Like
back
it's
in
like
19...
oh, what a big deal, right?
Well, I think
Yeah.
there are enough that are very uncomfortable with sharing their spouse.
Mm.
Or you make it even more indecent. I want to take her away and share her with all my friends and blah blah blah.
I think this is what happened to a friend of mine. Happened on a cruise ship. His wife left him or wanted to sleep with the other guy who lived on a cruise ship. It's
His
really
name was
awkward
Austin?
situation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say too much.
Hey, this guy, maybe he's onto something.
Um,
He's living on this thing on his own by himself.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. What if he looked exactly like you? Would you be concerned?
Be a little weird.
Yeah.
I'd have a few questions for my parents.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
A few questions from my parents.
I wouldn't put it past them though. Right?
Like I'm always worried my wife is gonna run into Turtle from Entourage because I'm like that. I'm fucked. I can't compete with that guy. He's me with a bigger bank account.
yeah.
but he's
It's
a
like
douche.
you 2.0.
He's a
Yeah.
douche. Well, I could see you could. I got it now. Okay.
It's me, but the after weight loss picture.
Wow.
You're both douches, so
Stop it. All right, New Year's Eve is going to be different this year at Times Square. I thought was crazy. 55 venues have closed from 2019 to 2022 because of the pandemic.
Damn.
So there's
Okay.
55 fewer venues in Times Square, which basically means that, like, for instance, because there's all the shitty things. There's some cool stuff in Times Square, but most of it is shitty.
right.
So,
Tourist
like,
traps and overpriced whatever.
right. So, like, Ruby Tuesdays in Times Square gone. TGI Fridays gone.
Get out of here. In Times Square, TGI Fridays is gone.
TGI
I'm
Fridays.
very surprised at that. Okay.
Yeah. Planet Hollywood, O'Looney's, Heartland Brewery is
Get out of
gone.
here.
Yep.
which means that like so Applebee's is still there, and they
Applebee's survived, but TGI Fridays
Yeah,
didn't.
I'm very surprised at that.
That's weird.
Well, they're in the neighborhood. They interviewed the manager over at Applebee's, and they said that usually, and they didn't say this, but the reason is because it's fucking Applebee's and they're so shitty. But usually, they still have tickets for sale on New Year's Eve, meaning like you could go to Applebee's and buy a ticket at the door. This year, because there's so many less venues, they're completely sold out, and their tickets at Applebee's are going for $600 a pop.
So $600 to spend New Year's Eve in Applebee's at Times Square.
Right.
So if I'm going to Times Square, why would you want to spend it inside? Like, isn't the whole
so
point?
you don't have, in case you have to pee?
Right.
It's
Yeah,
cold.
So you don't freeze. Same thing with Thanksgiving. Like we looked into this for Thanksgiving. You buy like a package basically so you could use the bathroom, and they give you like a bagel with butter, and you get to go in and use and pee. So you get like a shitty buffet thing, and you get to go inside and pee and warm up.
What time do they start? What time does Times Square start to fill?
Hold on.
They shut down pretty early in the morning, actually.
Yeah, no, I know that they rope it all off with the gates
Yeah.
and everything. The barriers.
What time does it
but
fill up? I don't know.
People start
7, 8.
getting there.
Yeah, because you got to figure people want to get to the front.
I could see that, but you can't. I mean, I feel like go to the bathroom before. I mean, it's not like you're there all day. It's not like Woodstock. You're there for 4 hours, 5 hours. I mean,
People,
you can't.
no, but people get there at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, to get like the up front. Because something that you don't really see in Times Square is it is long, you know. So
Oh
if
yeah,
you're
it's blocks and blocks. Yeah.
yeah, and also like they fill it in. It fills in from the outside in, so you could be like all the way out to the outskirts and really kind of almost not even see anything if you don't get in there early enough.
I don't know. I would. Have you guys ever gone? I've never.
No, but my former boss owns a restaurant right there, and take a guess how much his tickets are for his restaurant.
$1,000.
How much?
$1,700 per person.
Wow.
Just to walk in the place.
No, it's food.
Oh, you get
And-
like it's
yeah.
okay.
They kind of have to throw a little food your
Yeah.
way, you know, because it's
It's a
like
catered party. You know, it's a
Yeah.
whole.
I don't know how much like they're actually getting, but it's $1,700 per person.
It's the Numanium.
I told them I'll
new
give
menu.
him $17.
I actually have one that's more expensive. You want to guess what it's the black tie party at the Marriott Marquis Hotel.
Oh boy, is that like?
Ooh.
That's gonna be good. That's a big window overlooking everything. Probably. That's got to be $3,000 at least.
5,000.
Tickets go from 1,000 to 5,500
Yeah.
I averaged it.
for a ticket.
That's why. What's the difference?
At 5,500, you get to dip your balls in a tourist beer. So
See, that's something.
it's the full New York experience.
All right, that's at least worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense.
It does, doesn't it?
That's good.
Did you see this thing? The New York Times crossword puzzle looked like a
Holy
swastika
crap.
the other day.
Yep.
Okay, reaching.
I was
It
just
was
gonna
not
say
reaching.
I don't know if it did. It was this bizarre symmetrical shape that was
It
identical
definitely
all
did.
the way around and kind of looked like it, but kind of not really.
It really did. Number one, and number two, it was put out on the first day of Hanukkah, which was fucked up. Let's see. Can we show it?
Yeah, if you got a picture of it, hold it up.
Thanks.
It didn't. I don't think it was exactly like a swastika, but here's what bothered me about it. It was perfectly symmetrical. Like if you turned it, it would look exactly the same. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
isn't
know what you
that
mean.
odd?
That
for
is
a
odd.
Crossword
It is
puzzle.
odd. Yeah. Now, usually, if you look at crossword puzzles, there's no. I mean, they have some of them have
Which
patterns.
I don't, by the way. I look at TikTok,
Okay.
which is how I found out about this story. Because if that didn't make it to TikTok, I would have never known about this. I
mean,
be
this
butt dead
thing-
looking at a crossword puzzle in the New York Times.
I'm sorry. This is very clearly a swastika.
Okay, it. Oh, now
Yeah.
I'm seeing it.
Are you kidding me?
Well, because here's the thing, it's not. It's like it's tight in on it.
You know what it
If
looks like?
they pulled out a little more, it would look exactly like it.
The Boys and Girls Club hand symbol logo thing. Yeah, that thing.
Does not look like that. It looks like this one.
Yes, it does.
Hold it back up again.
Okay.
Because I was gonna say it's missing the turn at the end of the thing.
Not cool. This is not cool.
No. Wait, go.
Can you stop making me hold up this damn thing?
Now I'm
I
not
really
seeing-
don't want to hold up a swastika
Well, block
on
your
the
face
show.
then. Nobody can see.
But it's that's clearly what it looks like. I mean, whether or not it was done like that on purpose, I don't know. But
Who would do? I mean,
I
Kanye. Last
doubt
I
that
checked,
was-
is
Who
not
would do
working
that?
for the New York Times.
Right.
yeah, but it's fucked up that number one, it looks like that, and number two, it's literally the first day of Hanukkah that it was released on. That's
So
kind
you
of a-
believe that this was done to?
I
Of
don't know.
course he does. He's a liberal. Come on.
What does that
Hello,
mean?
didn't we
What-
talk about this before the show?
I'm just
Janine
looking-
pretend it's crazy.
I am
Frank
looking at
Page.
this thing and seeing what it looks like. That's all I'm doing. And the fact that it was released that day, if it was released a month and a half ago, I'd be like, all right, it still looks like a swastika, but at least it's not, in every, But it's everywhere, and it's just the fact that it's on Hanukkah. It's just a little extra fu. I don't know.
Aaron C. Frank, you can kiss your dreams of running for office goodbye just for holding that up.
I do not advocate it. I was holding it up to show people how fucked up it is.
Bob Bobble. The New York Times is owned and operated by Jews, though. I'm not sure if that's entirely.
I don't know if that seems not good to say.
Feel uncomfortable. Who
That's
even
not a
owns
good
the New York
thing to say.
Times? I have no fucking idea.
I don't know, but the guy who wrote the crossword puzzle, I don't know who that is. And it
Okay,
got
but that's
passed
what-
through a few people too.
That's what weirds me out, though. Like, do you think there's a secret Nazi? Okay. On Frank's side, I feel like that's way too symmetrical to be a crossword. It doesn't make any sense. On the other side, I feel like, is there a guy who worked his whole life to get called up to the majors? Like he was doing crosswords at the Sheboygan Register, and he
Oh
worked
my
really
God.
hard
I love
and
that word. Go ahead.
skipped from this market went to Chicago and then Boston and then finally made it to the big leagues just so he can land a gig with the New York Times crossword puzzle, just so he could sneak in a swastika on the first day of Hanukkah to show those Jews, to teach those Jewish people a lesson.
Well,
that
this guy
doesn't make
could've-
sense to me.
This
I'm
guy
gonna
could have
say
been
no.
this guy could have been making these puzzles for years. We don't know his history. He could have been on this thing for years, and suddenly this whole stuff with Kanye comes out and
Got them,
everything,
Johnny.
and then he puts this thing out there. I don't know.
Are
Maybe
you
it's
hanging
all a
this on
mistake.
Kanye? Are you saying Kanye paved the way
No,
for
no. I'm just
anti-Semitic
saying.
crossword puzzles?
I'm saying he brought it as he put a spotlight on it in his negative way, but this kind of it kicked up some dust here, and this I don't know. I just feel like there should have been maybe a statement. Hey, we didn't mean for this to look like that. It was a coincidental pattern. We apologize. Blah blah blah. But they haven't done that. I don't think. I haven't seen any kind of statement from them. I haven't seen it, but it just looks bad. And how could you deny what it looks like? Even if they didn't mean it,
It
still
certainly
looks like that.
It's certainly close enough to bring up to have a discussion about it. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. It's
Also, there's probably some kids watching or listening in Brooklyn, and I want them to know that anti-Semitic crossword puzzle you could absolutely have for your band name. I'm going to give that up. I'm not going
Ooh.
to charge anything
That's
for it.
That's
Bad name.
gonna be a hit.
bad
Christine
name.
says the Times is owned by the Sulzberger family. Well, that's
They
Souls
kind
to me.
like a nice Italian family.
Nah, I
Doesn't
think
mean-
Janine's joke was better than mine. I'm glad she talked
Yeah.
over me.
Thank
They
God,
don't
thank
have to
God, thank
be-
God. I knew it was gonna be bad. That's why I was like, let me talk a little louder.
You can't. You still can't make the assumption. I mean, just because they're the Sulzberger family, doesn't mean that they're practicing Jewish people. Doesn't mean that every aspect of the paper is run by Jewish people. You can't.
Frank, don't you know New York is just run by Jewish people?
Okay.
Again, I'll take that $50 in cash that you told me you would. If I said that, you would send me that.
What? Oh, by the way, I'm probably gonna owe the whole Kanye on Tucker thing. Remember that bet we made, Anthony?
Yeah. What was it again? I forget.
we bet that Kanye was going to appear on. Like I said, he was going to probably appear on Fox News or Tucker,
Right.
and not realizing the mistake I made was that a couple of weeks before we made the bet, he was actually on Tucker Carlson. So I don't. That kind of hurts my chances.
Yes.
But it looks like I have till the end of the year, but it's not. It's probably not going to happen.
You got to pay for somebody's membership. What was it? Who is it again? I forget.
A membership for 6 months or something.
Yeah, I forget the guy. Oh shit! It was on Facebook. I'll find it.
Yeah, find it. Yeah, well, that's fine. If I lose the bet, that's what it is.
I love it. I love a paid bet. Movie character. Oh wait, hold on a second. I didn't put this in the topics, but here's how to tell if your husband is cheating during the holidays.
Oh, let me
I wanna
tell
see-
you. Go
I wanna
ahead.
See if J Sabs agrees with this. So a girl who works the counter at the department store says that men would come in to buy perfume for their wives, but they would buy the exact same perfume for their girlfriends, for their
Yep.
side pieces.
Yep. So they wouldn't smell like something different.
Wait,
See, her husband can't fucking do a goddamn thing. So basically, if you want to tell if your husband is cheating, check the receipts, check the old credit card bill. If there's 2 perfumes on there,
I'll look for a missing gift.
Yep.
Well, I feel like that's any gift. You look for a missing. You check your husband's receipts, and you see a gift that you can't account for. If it's jewelry, if it's dinner, if it's whatever it is,
A butt plug.
it doesn't
Butt
just have to be perfume.
yeah.
But I'm sure that's a good tell. But if there's a gift that's not accounted for, and you know, who'd you buy this gift for?
Sorry. Not you.
Jeez.
I am like done. I'm doner than done.
You seem doner than done. Okay, movie characters' ages.
Mm-hmm.
This came out in Newsweek. Steve Martin and Diane Keaton,
Yeah.
And-
Father of the
and-
bride.
father of the bride, 45 years old. Didn't
They
they,
were
seem
45 in the movie.
in the movie? Didn't they seem like older to you?
Yeah, because Steve Martin, his hair was white. It's always white.
Yeah.
But- Yeah, you're right.
He's been 60 for years. Can I tell you something? Some of this shit is downright depressing. Okay, the Santa Claus.
Oh, I already know this one.
You saw this one?
Can I say it?
Go ahead.
Tim Allen was 36 in it. Am I
He wa-
correct?
You were close. So his wife was 38.
Okay.
What's the guy with the cool name? Neil.
Oh yeah.
What's his real name? Fucking.
I don't know.
It's like Judge Reinhold. That's it.
Oh, Judge Reinhold. Yeah. Judge Reinhold.
She was 38. Judge Reinhold was 37. Tim Allen was 41.
Oh, I'm thinking of. I know what I'm thinking of. Another Christmas movie. How is he only 41 in that movie?
How indeed.
Well, let's see. Just going off of doing a little quick math. Steve Martin is 77. I just looked it up. The movie Father of the Bride came out in 1991, which means he would have, that's what, 30 years ago, 32 years ago, or 31 years ago. 31 years ago. So 77, he would have been 46. He was
Okay, I
40.
said 45. Why did you
Yeah.
just do all this?
No, I'm just
math
saying.
to-
Because I thought you meant the character in the movie is 45, but the actor who played that part doesn't have to be 45.
No, this is how old they were when they did it. But that's
Oh,
the
okay.
character's
That's
age.
when he filmed it. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, that's essentially the character's age. Okay. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. Okay,
Chevy was 51.
I believe that.
Okay,
Beverly-
yeah, that's more believable.
Beverly D'Angelo was 38
Older.
years old.
No.
How does that feel? Beverly D'Angelo was
Wha-
younger than the two of you in Christmas Vacation.
Wow. It's messed up.
Look at that's how your face, your world is broken. Everything is a lie. Nothing feels real anymore.
Well,
that is exactly how I feel.
That's the way I feel about the Golden Girls. Look at the Golden Girls. They were in their 50s. They looked like they were 80.
Who would you rather
What,
out of the Golden Girls? Yeah, who would you have?
Blanche.
I know, of course that. Anthony.
Kidding?
Beverly D'Angelo, easy.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay, this one I think hurt the most. Oh wait, hold on here. No.
I know what you're gonna say. Are you gonna say Home Alone?
There's two that I forgot about Home Alone.
Okay.
There's
The
two.
parents or something.
Yeah, no. Before Home Alone, in Die Hard, do you know how old Bruce Willis was?
Bruce Willis and Die Hard. 35?
33.
Jeez. He looks way older than that. Well, you got to figure. I mean, you look at him; he just looks older. He was actually 33, his real
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
His hair was thin.
Yeah.
He always had scruff. He looked a lot older.
But don't you feel like he was like a man?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, look at you. Like, you don't look like you still don't look like a man.
No, we're not men.
We're not
Thank
men. we're not.
Yeah.
Home Alone, to Janine's point.
Yeah.
I know
So-
this one.
John Hurd is 44. You want to tell everybody
All right.
how old Catherine O'Hara was?
She had to be in the 30s.
36, right?
36.
36.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, the movie is that's another 30-year-old movie. That's a
But
long
what's
time,
so
you
weird
know.
about it, like, and I've watched Home Alone 2 or 3 times already this year because my kids are starting to watch it now too. You look at her and you just go, oh, that's like the mom. There's mom.
Exactly.
And she still feels like the mom. And then you go to find out you're fucking 4 years older than her.
Yeah. Well, I think there was a thing about the 80s and 90s. People dressed older. They just looked older. This is proof of it.
Well,
I mean-
also how much plastic surgery there is right now.
Yeah.
You know?
But I just feel like 50 isn't what 50 used to be.
Yeah, that's
feel like-
true.
You know, when you were 40, I always thought of 40 as, oh my God, 40 years old. That's over the hill. That's you start falling up. But 40 years old nowadays is not as old. You know, I just feel like
What?
it's a different.
Can I tell you something? I
a
heard
different
my
thing.
hip pop yesterday. And then I'm making love to my beautiful wife, and I had to fucking take a 20. I had to take a 20 because I'm like, my hip is bothering
First
me.
of all,
I
first of all,
I got to take a break. I wish
don't
that was a bit.
ever say making love because I'm gonna throw up.
That's all I do to my beautiful wife.
Making passionate romance.
You had to take 20 seconds. So what? Did it only last 32 seconds?
It extended the whole session to
A whole 32
45
seconds, Bob.
Technically, it's still going on.
Right.
Yeah.
He's gonna wrap it up after this podcast.
And I'm not going to lie to you. It's raining here in New York right now, and it's starting to bother me again.
Yeah, but the looks, I feel like we don't look 40. I feel like we look younger than we are.
You know, I'm not going to comment on looks because I have no authority to do that. But I'm just saying, like, when I look at her, she feels like, because I don't know, how old was I when that came out? Like, what were we, 12 or something? I don't
No, we
even
were
know.
younger than
8?
that.
When Home Alone, we were like
8?
8 or 9.
Okay, 8 or 9. I still have that feeling of there's mom, there's the authority figure, and I'm now older than her, and I can't see it any different. I still look at her as like,
We were 8.
I
Mhm.
still feel like an 8-year-old watching her in that movie. Like,
Yeah,
who
I
do
know
you
what you mean.
identify with more in that movie, Kevin or the parents? Kevin,
Definitely Kevin.
right?
Hello?
But you are now closer in reality to the parents.
I identify more with the old man next door.
Why? I've been meaning to tell you. You got to stop dragging around that salt garbage can everywhere.
Listen, what I do with my salt garbage cans is my business.
I'm just saying, it's weird. And I'm worried your wife might leave you for a guy living on a cruise ship.
Then she's out of salt. I can't promise her she's getting salt anymore.
But right, you should be identifying with the parents, especially Janine and I, because we both want to leave our kids where we found them.
Oh, after today, like, no joke. I CPS was definitely cold to me today. There's no doubt.
Oh God.
You had a rough parent day.
Yes, I did.
Did
I
you-
cried today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Do you want
Very-
to talk about it?
No.
Okay.
I just want to forget my life even exists. What?
Is everybody all right?
It's the little one. What else is new? I had to buy something at the liquor store, not for myself either, a gift.
Mhm.
And I had to hold her with my bottoms of my legs so she wouldn't run around the store like an animal, because she kept trying to go like this to stuff, poke things just to bother me. So
She didn't want to sit in the cart?
No.
That's like the best thing.
No.
All right.
It is so hard when your child just decides to be an asshole.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I know.
It's like they go, "Oh, I'm going to do this today," and there's literally nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
You know what I should do? I should threaten her with a COVID shot. Go ahead. And see what people say.
Did you use the Santa Claus threat?
Oh, I said, I'm calling Santa and Christmas is going to be canceled.
She's too young to understand that, though.
No,
I told her the only thing you're going to be getting is Tino's duty underneath the tree. Tino is my cat.
And did she stop?
Did that work?
She went like this. No, that's gross.
But did it stop her tantrum or her?
No,
crazy?
she don't care. She doesn't care. That's the thing. She doesn't give a shit.
No, I don't think it's that. She's old enough to understand Santa Claus, but she's not old enough to understand the consequences of not listening to your parents and what that would result in. She doesn't get that.
You don't think so?
How old is she? 3?
Yep.
Yes,
you can't be like, young. If you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. They won't understand that.
Not until like 4 or 5 do they go, "Oh shit, I better fucking straighten up and fly right if I want to get gifts." They don't get that.
Here's what I think. I think she understands it. I don't think she cares. That's the thing. I don't think she cares at all.
If she's 5, I would agree with you. 3
I really don't think she cares. She gets
You know what you got? I would cancel Christmas.
Because you know what? She acts like, I know, right? An angel in school, which it's hard to believe.
Well, at least that's good.
Yeah, well, right.
That's something. And she probably builds up all her energy, and then when she gets home to you, it's go time.
Yep.
That's it.
It's like, I'm going to fuck up her day today. Time to fuck up mom's day upstairs like this, waiting to come out.
Can we talk about this really quick?
No.
Does anybody else find it incredibly fucked up, these parents that are doing this Grinch thing?
No. I want to do it.
No, come on.
What are they doing exactly?
I do.
They're letting like family friends, or they're even, I've heard some people are even paying people.
Wait, Erin, it's so funny. Go ahead.
Who, Erin is?
She said, I was worried you were going to joke Tino's my drug dealer. I like my drug dealer would make a duty and leave it under the tree.
That's funny.
I don't even see that. Oh, she did it she texted you?
Yeah, privately, okay? Go ahead. It is not fucked up. It's all my thing of next thing to do. Go
Would
ahead.
you really do that?
I absolutely 100% will. Did you see my Christmas card?
I missed it. What is it again?
Okay, what's happening? They're paying people, or family friends are coming in. They're like, the kids will be just on the couch watching TV on like a Saturday, and somebody comes busting into the house dressed as the Grinch and grabs the gifts from under the tree and just walks right out of the house. It is the most traumatizing thing I have ever seen somebody put a child through.
That is messed up. They got to be freaking out.
Up. Listen, I didn't even like the Jimmy Kimmel "tell the kid you ate all the Halloween candy."
Bless you. Yeah, that was because it's. I feel like it traumatizes them. It's all fucked up.
But you know what? That's like 3 or 4 seconds, and they're talking to their parents in the comfort and safety of their own home. In this particular case, a complete stranger dressed as a green monster is bursting into the home, stealing gifts, and running out.
That's nightmare inducing.
These children are gonna be fucking mortified, and for what? To get 1,000 likes on TikTok? I mean, I think this is crazy.
Let me tell you something. If it works, if it actually works, I would 100% do it. I really would.
Yeah, it might work now, but therapy later is going to be a fortune.
Oh, well.
You just hate your kid. Eileen says that what I said is not true. I taught parenting classes and you start very early. I did it with my daughter and it worked like a charm. Eileen, can you teach parenting classes over Zoom, or are you located in New York? Asking for a friend.
All right. I'm going to be mean, but I'm on this magical holidays of Christmas Facebook group, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the Grinch thing, I'd seen it and I was like, this is a good idea. But there's another thing. I saw that I saved the picture in my phone because I'm going to really threaten them if they don't stop. Do you want to see what it is?
Yes. Before you show this, I don't think there's anything wrong with a parent threatening the child. Like, whatever Janine is going to say is fine with me.
Yeah,
It's
if
the
you're telling
actual
them-
act of doing it that seems crazy. Okay, go ahead, Jason.
The Grinch thing, it's just scary. That's scaring the shit out of the
Scary.
kid.
Go ahead.
I don't know what this is, but it's terrifying.
Is it a cat taking a shit under the tree?
Is it your drug dealer taking a shit under the tree?
Can you see this thing or no?
Wait, hold on. Let me blow you up
dude,
here.
what is that?
Right.
Oh,
Oh.
shit. Wait. Hit the wrong button.
There she is. All right. What?
Was it like Grinching your kids in the pictures?
No, they call it a werepup. So I don't know if it's an actual like real puppy
We're losing it. Okay.
or I don't know if it's like a half werewolf. I don't know.
Well, in the
Werewolf
top right
under-
photo, it looks like a baby
No,
with a crazy face,
no.
with the werewolf face. Is this a real? What is this? A doll?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Where did you see this?
On my magical holidays of Christmas Facebook group.
That feels very magical. What twisted group are you in?
You got some weird.
Of course,
groups
I
going.
commented here just for the comments, but I
I think it's a
have-
pig man. I don't know.
whatever it is, I'll hire it. Okay.
Well, did you see this other trend on TikTok where the parent will like smush the kid's face, and then they put the phone in front of their face, and there's a filter which like droops your one eye and makes your other eye uneven, so that it looks like they got their face all fucked up.
Why?
Oh.
What's going on with
You know what I
people?
do? You know what I do to my kid that's messed up? Maybe I'll try that one. My older one, sometimes she'll fib, right? Fib. So you know what I'll say?
What do you say?
Did you just lie? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh, your nose is getting bigger. Oh my God. And I say, Gaetano, look at it. It's getting bigger. And he's like, what? And he's like, and then she goes, no.
You Pinocchio'd her. All right,
That's the old I got your nose bit kind of.
Right.
kinda.
Total opposite, but it's okay.
Mm.
Hey,
Don't
threats.
fuck with me.
sometime-
I'll get this
Yeah.
werepup to your hat. I'll bring it.
Bob Wabobble looks like a pig. It did look like a pig. That's where I got the pig man joke. Thanks, Bob.
did.
But yeah, that's traumatizing the kid is probably not a good move.
I don't think it's a good move at all.
What about
Um,
traumatizing the parent? Is that a good move, Frank? 'Cause today was traumatized.
All right, touche.
I will never forget your facial expression when you said that. That was good.
Yeah, go ahead, Frank. You know what? I'm
Go
gonna
ahead, what?
take Frank along with me for the day. We're gonna go to Uncle Giuseppe's. We're gonna see how she screams in there like a maniac, starts
I bet
fighting,
she
pulling
acts
her
like a
hair.
saint. I bet she walks around and is like the most well-behaved kid.
Nope.
All right.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see
No, but like I said before, like when they just decide,
that they're just
Like-
gonna be assholes.
yeah, the only thing you could do is when you're out is go home. When you're
Yeah, I know.
home, there's not like if they're just going to be assholes for the day, you literally just wait until they go to like you just go. I just gotta have to grin
There's
and
no
bear
way-
it until
There's
they
no way to stop them from being assholes.
really. You can. There could be little tricks where you get lucky sometimes, but there are some times where they just go, "This is what I'm doing for the rest of the day," and you're just like, "You." There's nothing you could do. You can't snap them out of it. Sometimes you just
Yep.
can't. Like candy, have a snack, lay down. I'm gonna tell mom. I'm gonna tell dad. Like it's all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it just doesn't work because they're in a mood.
Yeah, maybe you guys are just bad parents. I don't know what to tell
I
you.
think that could be too. Golden A-Hole Awards. Go to anthonyanna.com. We got the categories up there for best comedy show, best TV show, best movie, best album of the year. Vote now. Just before the new year, we will announce the winner of the Golden A-Hole Awards. That's because you, the AOA holes, are voting.
Well, I'm gonna vote now too.
You can vote. You can vote. We're gonna hand out golden a-holes to the winners virtually. So go to anthonyanna.com, click on the blog, and vote today. Cats the movie. Frank just watched Cats the movie.
Yeah. All right. So it's a 3-year-old movie, 3-year-old, 4-year-old movie, 2019, and
So the
my wife
movie
and I-
doesn't listen in the store.
Right. Movie is poorly behaved. So everybody shit on this movie. The critics, everybody. Have you either of you guys seen it?
No, I wouldn't go near it.
Okay, J Sabs.
Absolutely no.
Okay, so everybody crapped
It's
on it,
too
and I
weird for me.
and I understand. I understand the criticism. They're weird looking. You know, they have the animation is kind of weird. I get it, and the beginning's a little, again, weird. Weird is a good word to use for this movie. But as it goes on, it's not as terrible as people. If you liked or didn't mind the Cats Broadway play, then this is on par with it. But it is a little weird, a little jarring, the digital effects, but it's not as bad. Controversial opinion, it's not as bad as everybody's crapping on it. It's not that terrible.
I think this is the worst thing you've ever said.
Yeah, it's for a movie, like the beginning was terrible. The first 20 minutes was like, what are we doing here?
I think it's
Because
all terrible, though.
The first 20 half hour, it's like every song is just introducing another cat. This is this kind of cat, and he's this kind of cat, and he does this kind of thing, and I'm like, all right, I got it. You just every cat has its song. I got it. But then you get into like the Ian McKellen and Judi Dench kind of comes out, and it gets a little better. So if you know what to expect going in, you know it's not Titanic, it's not The Godfather. You're expecting Cats, a musical about cats.
Yeah, but don't you want to fill your time with enjoyment and pleasure and not?
Well, we watched it in order to make fun of it. We watched it to, we were like, all right, let's just watch it as a goof. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't as bad. It's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not a good movie, but it's not a train wreck of a disaster, of a catastrophe. It's the Cats musical. It wasn't going to be The Godfather. This is what it is. Controversial opinion. It wasn't terrible.
This is the most controversial thing you've ever said. I mean, I want to stop you because I feel like you're ruining your credibility.
That might be.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie. I mean, you can give it the lowest grade you want, but everybody is like, it was a terrible, unbelievably bad. It was like, it's Cats. It's not going to be,
Good.
This crazy. Yeah, it's based on a Broadway play, a musical about cats. What did you
That
want?
sucked. It was terrible.
Well, yeah. Well, when you go in knowing that, when you go in going, all right, this is going to be bad, you're expecting the worst possible thing ever. And it wasn't the worst. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 2. Everybody's saying it's a 1. I'd say it's like a 2. It's not.
Wow. Okay.
Because there are there's when she sings Memories, it's not that bad. It's good. She does a good job with it. And there's other moments in the movie where it's pretty good. But the rest, obviously, yeah, it's bad. But it's not completely a disaster. Just saying.
Who sings Memories in the movie?
What is her name? I'm blanking on her name.
Taylor Swift?
No.
Wasn't she
She's in it.
Somebody said
Yeah,
she was
she's in it, and she's not bad in the movie.
As you think about it, I just want to say this. I will never see this movie. And I know people say never, but there will never be a scenario where I sit down and watch this film.
Never.
Jennifer Hudson sings it, and she's really good.
I like Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah. But Rebel Wilson's in it, and she's annoying. James Corden is in it, and he's,
They said he was the worst part of the whole fucking thing.
I mean, he's not great, but...
He's not great.
He's not. No, the worst part, I think, was Rebel Wilson's character. I couldn't stand. I'm not a big Rebel Wilson fan. She's annoying. But Judi Dench was great. Dame Judi Dench. Ian McKellen, he's always great.
All right. I told you last time I'm doing a table read, right?
Right.
So I got the script, and I read this script, and it's an interesting concept.
Okay.
I think the script is good. I don't know. What do I know from fucking scripts? I don't know.
What do you know? I mean,
What is it? Is it a movie? Is it what is
No, it's a TV show.
it? TV show.
So I agreed to do the pilot. So I read the thing and I said to the guy, I'll do it. He wanted me. So it's not like a pilot. It's a table read. So people sit around and read more than one part. So he asked me if I wanted to read this thing, and there was one thing that I was like, I cannot do this. I just don't think I could do this. I'll do the two people and maybe one or two other people that he might have, because he's still casting the whole thing. The guy I know who's the writer. And so I said I mentioned both the two of you. So now there's 2 or 3 women in the thing, which he has cast. So right now, J Sabs is on the bench. I did my best. But I'll say this: I think the guy said one of them might fall out. So there's still a possibility of having an entire podcast, panel on the thing here.
I mean, I hope so.
But the thing that I said that I cannot do, the guy goes, "What about Frank? Can he do it?"
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you, Frank, and we didn't talk about this ahead of time, and you are under no obligation to do it. But I'm curious to see if you will do it or not.
Okay.
It's not the worst thing in the world. And I can't tell you too much about what it is.
Is it wearing a Donald Trump hat?
Yeah, isn't that funny? No, I didn't think of that.
Anyway.
You'd have to play a 10-year-old kid. Could you play a 10-year-old kid?
I don't know.
No, again,
come on, Johnny.
Yeah, in real life, no, you cannot. But during a table
read
read
for it,
you're just reading it.
I mean, I could probably try it.
Do you want to play a 10-year-old kid? Because I read it and I go, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Why couldn't you do it?
A 10-year-old kid? I can't play a 10-year-old kid.
It's just all right. I could try it. I mean, I wanted to do like cartoon. I could do voiceover stuff. And
I can barely be a 40-year-old man. Did you hear the story before about my broken hip during
That's
sex?
true.
I can't fucking.
I'll read what if he wants me to read. Yeah, that's fine. I can't cast a 10-year-old to do it.
He can't cast a real kid to do it because there's too much cursing.
But he's gonna have to eventually.
Yeah, but that'll be an actor who's gonna make a lot of money. He can't fucking.
Yeah, that's true.
Not for a table read.
I'll read it. I don't care. I'll read the part.
Do you want to read it, or
Sure.
would you agree to it sight unseen, or would you need to read it first?
I mean, how bad could it be? It's not going to be like a controversial thing. It's just
No.
do I have to read it? Then I'll read it. Oh, fine. I don't care.
Yeah, but you can't just read it like you. You got to be like a 10-year-old.
I got to act like the kid.
Like a 10-year-old
I get
kid.
it. I understand. I could train myself to do that.
You think you could do it?
I'll try. I don't know. I could try it.
See, I don't know. I felt like if I had months to do it, maybe I could.
Well,
maybe I could be like,
oh,
that guy wasn't that embarrassing. I could get to that level, I think, after months of training.
What are the parts you're reading for?
I don't know, the guy in that one scene and some other guy.
No, but like, are they your age? Are they younger, older?
They're younger than me, but they're like dudes, so it's like it's just a dude.
There's not much difference in the voice.
It's not
I do different impressions, so I could probably pull that off.
One's like guy at a barbecue. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. It's not an impression. You gotta act.
You gotta act. I get it.
You act like a 10-year-old. And this is a 10-year-old who's like.
It's just a table.
Cool.
It's not like I'm gonna be.
No, he's put in a situation of like wonderment. Like he can't believe. Like he's meeting a hero. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. I
Wow.
don't mind if I have to read it.
Give me that wow again. That was good.
Wow. Like, gee,
I
mister.
can't fit that in there. Oh, wrong kind of movie.
See,
That's messed up. See, that's why you're not invited.
On that note,
That's why you're out of this thing.
I'm signing off because I'm going to go to sleep now.
All right. You're not doing the post show thing that we're doing?
Oh, I can't.
That's
I
okay.
can't.
You're not going to be in the magical special thing?
Wait, you already got all the lines?
Close to it.
So, is all the work done?
Basically. Because honestly,
Do you want me to be honest or do you want me to lie to you?
goodbye. Oh God, no! I can't even sit here anymore.
We'll hold up a still. We'll put a still of you up, and then we'll move your mouth to say the
Okay,
words.
if and maybe if my roommate helped with any of the rapping,
Okay, how about this? I don't want to say too much. What if when we're done, you do what we have already, and then Frank and I will finish the rest.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Good
Not
deal.
now, though, right? Tomorrow?
No, like right now.
No, like after
Oh,
the show.
come on. Okay, bye.
It'd be another 5 minutes.
And she's gone.
Wow. I can't believe.
Pulled the ripcord and jumped.
She had a rough day with the kid. I understand that.
Yeah, I get it. All right. Yeah, but I don't see the big deal about reading this thing. It's just reading a part. I don't know.
I got really embarrassed.
Is there another part that I could do as well?
Well, here's the thing with this. Like, I mean, it's like, he's got actors in it. He's got other writers. It's like, so anybody can fall out of it at any moment. Because he keeps telling me, he's like, if I have to, like, if you had to do this other guy, or if you had to do like another part, would you do it? And I'm like, yeah, every other part seems okay. It's not far fetched from the world you and I grew up in, so
I would like to see it before the table read, just so I could prepare.
You're not going to blindly accept it?
No, just so I could prepare, just so I'm not reading it for the first time in front of everybody.
Yeah, no, I think there's going to be a read before the read.
Okay, yeah, just so I know I could get into the character.
Because then the guy goes like this to me. He goes, Netflix and HBO, they're gonna be on the table read to see it. I go, do me a favor and stop fucking saying that, because I can't. I don't want to know.
What are you worried about?
I don't like knowing that shit. Like, let me just goof around and be having fun. I don't want to be.
So goof around. What do you got riding on it? It's not like, who cares?
I don't.
Goof around.
I don't give a shit, because then the guy's such a sweetheart of a guy. He goes like this. He goes, I'm going to see how many people from the table. He goes, if we sell the script, he goes, I'm going to, and they start to develop it. He goes, I'm going to see how many people from the table read are going to be in the actual show. He's like, I'm going to really try and insist on it. And I literally said to him, you can ask him when you talk to him. I go, don't do that. Like, let them do their jobs and cast real people in the fucking real actors and shit.
Well, if he likes the read, if someone reads it the right way, then what's the point of the table read?
Just so people can hear,
the flow of the show.
Yeah, you got to. Anybody can read a script. You sit there and you hear the characters.
So then why doesn't
he
just get his friends and why doesn't he just get his friends and family to do it?
Well, I think he wants it to be good. Like, I mean,
why did he get us to do it?
Well, that's funny. Well, because we have some experience doing.
I think I could do a good job of it. I mean,
you've done commercials and I mean, outside of radio and podcasting, you've done parts.
Playing a 10-year-old is going to be a stretch, obviously, but I do voice stuff. Like, I do impressions of different people. I'm sure I could pull off a kid's voice. I don't know if I could. I don't know how believable it'll be, but I'll try.
But getting back to your thing of, I don't want to fuck this up for him.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do your best. It's not like you're gonna go in there in a clown suit and squirt water in everybody's face. I mean, you're gonna just show up and do what you can do.
Yeah, but I hate that feeling of like, I can't. Like, here you could goof it. You can't make a mistake here, and I love that. There you can't like break character and like.
No. A table read is not pressure like that. It's not. You're not in front of an audience. It's gonna be just to work out kinks and to hear how it sounds. If you mess up a little, it's not gonna be like, get the hell out. It's gonna be like, all right, just take the line again, just do it again. It's very low pressure. I feel table reads. You're just sitting around getting through the script.
Robin, Frankie can A, do the table read, B, babysit for J Sabs, or C, deliver cologne to the homeless.
Deliver cologne to the homeless.
That's good choices.
I'll do that.
Paul, this is a great compliment. Thank you. Anthony does a great 90-year-old. I play that part with pride.
That's true. You are a curmudgeon.
You know how hard it is to tell your wife, can you hold on a second? My hip is bothering me.
That's
it's not an easy thing to say to the person you share your life with.
That's not you got to get some Ben Gay on that.
Talking about the sex we had last night. Did you hear that?
Oh, that.
That's what you said last night when I was like, do you want to have sex?
You remember that again?
God.
Yeah. It was like a watch TV during.
Think about 10-year-old Calogero in
Yeah.
Bronx Tale. Could you do that?
He wasn't 10 in that.
I don't want to break the fourth wall, but we got to go because J Sabs
All right.
now is waiting to do the other thing. We're doing this.
Oh, so she is doing the other thing.
The Christmas surprise. She's doing a bit. That's why she left and did it. She's doing a bit.
Yeah, very good.
Playing jokes to everybody. All right, that's it for us. It was a pleasure entertaining you, or attempting to at least, in 2022.
Thank you all for sticking with us, joining us, signing up. Big year 2022. Now we're on to a new year.
Yes.
Hope you'll continue to join us.
I'll say this. I can only promise you even more mediocrity in 2023.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair.
Because I will be closer to 91 next year than I am now. So that's that.
Get that hip looked at, buddy.
Thanks. Become a member. Join up now. Link in the description below. Start your 2023 off right. Look out for some little surprise things we have. Of course, Golden A-Holes. We'll announce that. We got another little thing cooking, and you never know when we'll pop up and do a thing on the week off. Who knows? It could happen. It could not happen. Jumpstart Coffee, thank you very much for a wonderful 2022. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. It's the best coffee on the planet, and it will be fueling my 2023. You can guarantee that.
Show me potato salad.
Have a great new year, everybody. Happy holidays.
Maybe we should go now.
Happy holidays.